Hi there, Sophie Watson, helping corporate and entrepreneurial women to get back in control of stress and anxiety. So, Facebook Live again today. So, I wanted to give you a few tips and talk a little bit about why we end up holding ourselves back and what excuses are you actually making. So, a lot of people, I've been guilty of it. Lots of other people are guilty of this all the time, but you need to actually recognise when you're doing it. We make excuses. We make excuses as to why we haven't got the life that we really want. We make excuses as to why we haven't signed up to go on that workshop. We make excuses as to why we can't go out and why we can't go on that holiday and why we can't do this and why we can't do that. And it boils down to actually we're just making excuses and we're not doing what it takes in order to do that thing. Now, if you really, really wanted to do it, if your life depended on it and you needed the money to do something in particular, then you would do what you could in order to find it, wouldn't you? If it was your child's life that depended on that money, you would do what you needed to do in order to get that money. So, why do we stop ourselves? Why do we make excuses for all the things that we know would actually make us happy? Why do we put those barriers in place and why do we make those excuses and stop ourselves from getting to those points? So for you, it may be that you're suffering with anxiety. It may be that you're suffering with stress. It may be that you're in a job that you really hate, but actually the job pays the bills. Well, okay, it might pay the bills, but you're not happy. What is more important, your happiness or maybe not subscribing to that magazine or whatever it is that you subscribe to? To it's all those other little things. Maybe it's smoking. Maybe if you were to give up smoking, you wouldn't need to find so much money each month to pay the bills. It's lots of little things like that. It's just thinking about the things that you do that you don't actually really enjoy or isn't contributing to your happiness. And you could always go and find another job. You don't have to stay in that job that you hate, but you're scared. That's why a lot of people stay in those jobs. So if that's you, if anyone's watching this, just put in the comment boxes about what it is that you make excuses about. It might be that you make excuses about going to the gym. Oh, I'm too tired. But actually, when you get to the gym, you'll probably have a lot more energy. Oh, I've had a really long day at work. Oh, so I can't bother to go to the gym today. Well, that's just excuses. And you're never going to get to that weight or tone up in the way that you want to if you don't do those things. So the other thing is, if you think about athletes, now they're going to the Olympics. You don't get to the Olympics just by trying something out once. So one of the excuses that you might make is, oh, I tried that once and it didn't work. Well, did it not work? Or did you learn anything from that you maybe need to tweak slightly and do again? And try it, because actually practice makes perfect. You don't expect to be able to play the guitar straight away. All these things take practice. So it's all about you knowing where you want to be in life, you knowing what your goal is and what you want to actually achieve. And then are you actually making excuses in order not to get to that goal? And is that goal really, really what you want? So when you think about it, hi Carly, nice to see you, my lovely. So if you think about it, all those things that you are making excuses about, they're just holding you back. Do you actually want that thing that you're not yet achieving? And the reason that you're not yet achieving it is because you're making up those excuses. So do whatever it takes in order to get through that, to get by that, to stop making those excuses. Make a promise to yourself that you're not going to make excuses anymore. And every time that you actually go to make up an excuse, just catch yourself and say, actually, I'm not going to reach that goal if I make that excuse. No, I do need to go to the gym, or I do need to go to that appointment today, or I do need to sign up for that thing. it's really up to you at the end of the day. And don't blame other people for stopping you. You are the ones that are responsible. You are the ones that are responsible for your own lives. And it's time that we all start taking responsibility for that and stop making those excuses. So I want to know what excuses you are making. So pop that in the comment boxes down below. Like and share with your friends so that we can all start holding each other accountable. So that's a great way of ensuring that you're not making those excuses. Tell somebody what it is that you want to actually achieve. And then ask them to hold you accountable. Because when you've got somebody holding you accountable, you're more likely to do that thing that you say that you're going to do. Because although for some reason, we don't mind letting ourselves down, but we don't really like letting other people down. So if you tell somebody else what your goal is, so say it is to lose weight. Say that you wanted to lose 2 pounds within the next month. I know that's not a lot. This is it. I don't do any weight loss stuff. So tell that person what your goal is and get them to hold you accountable. Ask them to check in with you to see how you're getting on. Because I bet when you report back to them and you say, oh, well, I didn't go today, I didn't go to the gym, I didn't do this and I didn't do that, you're going to start feeling guilty about it. And that's good to get you to more motivated, because you know that you've got to tell somebody about it. And they're not going to be saying, oh, poor you haven't reached your goal. They'll be saying, well, of course you didn't reach your goal because you weren't doing the things that you said you were going to do. So find someone to hold you accountable. And let me know how you get on. So take care. I will probably see you on Wednesday. I will post it a little bit earlier though, so that a post so that you know that I'm going to be on Facebook Live. And enjoy the rest of your evening. Take care.